Hello again, everybody. This is Mr. Everything coming back at you with another Derek Stone 8th Naval Air Squadron video. This is a World War II squad. Oh, I'm sorry, back it up. World War I squadron uh, with Sopwith triplanes. All right, we're going to be able to go on a couple of missions. Now, these videos that I'm showing now, I've decided to take the Rise of Flight series that I was doing as a live stream and go ahead and just film my gameplay and then go back and edit them and edit out all the flight times between point A to point B, so you don't really worry about all the boring flight times between target, flying to the target and stuff like that. All right, now I've just recently got a promotion, so I think I'm a flight sergeant, something like that. And so we're going to go ahead and continue on. This looks like we are on a, what are we on, like a balloon busting mission or something? I don't even remember. Because I am adding voice after the fact. Okay, so here we go. So let's go ahead and we're going to do a little bit of autopiloting and stuff. So when you look in the upper right hand corner, you're going to see where it says an A. You're also going to see a multiplier. The multiplier A means I've got it on autopilot, and the multiplier in the upper right is letting you know that I've got time accelerated. So we've got it at ×4. But you don't need to see me taking off, right? Here we are. We are in a dogfight with an Albatross 2 LT, whatever that is. Okay, so we are. It's Paul von Dietz. Okay, now this is the 2 machine gun version of the Sopwith triplane. It originally was fielded with 1 machine gun, but I personally own the 2 machine gun version. The machine guns are lined up with the crosshair, true, but I am not. Okay, his wing fell off, it looks like. Is he flying with... No, he's still flying. Okay. So I have to understand that my shots are going above the crosshair, because my head is higher than the crosshair, so I'm looking down through the crosshair, meaning the bullets are flying up, if you understand that. Now, in this game, you can hunker down behind your crosshair and actually line up the posts, but what I found was I'll just put the top of my crosshair on the target, and that'll artificially give me a little bit of lead. Now, when his name disappeared, I realized that he was either passed out or dead or something like that, but his plane is flying perfectly straight, so I thought I'd fly up beside him and take a look. Okay, so we are going to take a look at Paul. See if we can... It looks like he's doing okay, but give him a nod, give him a handshake, and say, all right, hope we make it back to base. I'm not going to shoot him down, even though he probably will crash. All right, so we are only about halfway to our objective. It's really hard to tell which of these planes in the air are your friends and which ones are your enemy. So there's always that. So I figured I would just fly generally towards the waypoint and hopefully link up with the rest of my squad. Section, flight, whatever it's called. Whatever the British call it. Because 2 people are usually a section and 4 people are usually a flight. Right? I'm not sure what it is in the British. That's US. Alright, so now sometimes I'll go to autopilot and then I'll just jump ahead because, again, you don't need to see all that. Now, I kind of like the Sopwith triplane. It flies very, I don't know what the word is. It's slow as hell. It can climb pretty good, but if I nose it up, it'll stall. right? So it like has a weak engine. Okay, so we jump ahead to where I noticed that there was a dogfight going on. So I assume that half of them are Germans and half of them are British. So, so I say, hey, I'm going to fly towards that and get involved. And then there's an Albatross D3. I think that's one of the first D3s we've seen. I'm shooting at him, he's shooting at me as he flies by. You'll notice that the D3 has got these angled Albatross wings. You know, their wing tips are angled backwards, where the D2 is more square. You'll also notice that the D3 has a rounded tail, where the D5 has more of a square tail. How do I know all this? Well, I played a lot of Blue Max. And by playing Blue Max, I had to build a lot of 1/72nd scale models. By doing that, I learned quite a bit. I did learn quite a bit about how they were built. Did some research, got a couple of books, because for painting, you know, because you want to paint them historically accurate, you want to just make it all kinds of crazy colors. Even though, actually, if you did that on a German, it would probably be okay. I think I got him, but I'm not sure. It's, who is it? Joachim Schneider. Okay, Joachim, we're coming after you. I love the fact that the... Whoa, dude, what? I love the fact that the triplane can turn. It's really good at turning. If you haven't noticed already, I'm like always on his tail. Okay, there's a little puff of something coming out of Joachim's plane. Maybe it's just leaking air, water. And come on, get my nose up, I just can't do it. Okay, we're working on it. Fire the guns. I don't know what I hit. Maybe his tail. Fire the guns. Oh, crap. I think I shot off his tail maybe, or maybe I'm not hitting him. But we're spiraling into the ground, basically. He's trying to bring us down low. Low. Maybe so the rifleman can shoot us? I don't know. But he's having to deal with our whole squadron, or our whole flight. So I can understand where he might be having a problem. Because there's like 4 of us, like wolves, chasing this guy down. Okay, Joachim. You made a mistake. You turned the other way. And there went something. Half his left half of his elevator's gone. His plane's all jacked. I think he's dead. But I'm not sure. He's still flying. So, rake him. Maybe that did him in. Yep. Epic explosion. Love it. Alright, moving on. Wait, what was this mission? Balloon busting, right? We should be going after some balloons. I don't even know what we're doing. Maybe it could be just a combat patrol, but I doubt it. It's probably a balloon busting mission. So we jump ahead a little bit. And what do we see? We don't see squat. These trenches are 2-dimensional. But at least you know where they're at. Everything else in this game is 3-dimensional. The trenches are only 2-dimensional. But that's okay. I can live with that. Okay, we got a Drachen, which is a dragon or a balloon. Okay, so we're going after this balloon. Now, the Germans and the British and the French, when an enemy aircraft would come near a balloon, what they would do is turn on their winch. Because I don't know if you know this, but there should be a wire that goes from the balloon to the ground. That way it doesn't blow away or go, the wind doesn't take it anywhere. Okay, it's on fire. Mission accomplished. So it doesn't blow away. But what that also allows is when enemy planes get in the area, they turn on these winches and the balloons gradually go down to the ground. They get pulled down to the ground. And in Blue Max, we had this campaign game system that I wrote that every turn the balloons, which they didn't have in Blue Max, but I made them, but these balloons would drop one altitude per so many turns or something like that. So the enemy planes had to pretty much just charge in and attack the balloons if they wanted to kill the balloon. Otherwise, it was going to hit the ground and it'd be over with. And then I'd put little flak guns around the balloons so that to harass the other players and stuff. It was a fun campaign game. We had like half the players playing the Germans and the other half playing the Allies. All right, so let's continue on. All right, we got this Albatross 3 flying above us, and I'm not sure why I've got. Okay, I've got these little bullets by my clock in the bottom left-hand corner. I thought that like the left one would be a belt and the right one would be a belt for the left and right gun, right? So why aren't they exactly the same? One of my guns might be jammed or something. That's kind of what's going through my mind. I haven't figured out how to unjam guns. I know how to charge them, like pull the charging handles and stuff. And I don't know if that over time will unjam them, because you could just hit it over and over and over if I wanted to. I think those are the Albatrosses. I think they're flying away. But then I see this plane flying over no man's land over there at 1 kilometer, and I think, well, these guys in the Albatrosses might be inclined to go after him. So I turn. And find a balloon. An AE type, whatever that is. That I don't know what it is. So whatever an AE type is, I'm going after it. And I noticed that in the dive, your speed can go pretty fast. So I try to throttle back sometimes. And I'm hunkered down where the crosshair posts are right on there. So right where I'm aiming is where my bullet should be going. And it's on fire. See the little post in the center of the screen, right in the middle of the crosshair? See, now, if my head was in a different location, like if I was sitting up or something like that, the post would not be there. I mean, it's there, it's just below. All right, I'm autopiloting ×4 just to get something to happen. I zoomed in and I noticed that I wanted to show you all the different controls, all the different dials and gauges in the triplane. What do we got? We got like a clock. Fuel capacity blurred out. We got our altitude. We got a compass. And then we have something under the guns. The back sides of the guns are blocking. So what I do is I think I hunker down in the cockpit. Yeah, there we go. Hunker down in the cockpit so I can see what those other gauges are. RPM, and I don't even know what the other one is. This little angled thing here shows the tilt angle of the plane. And there's a little crosshair in the center of the screen. I guess that's speed. They did a really good job modeling everything. Just modeling everything. You got this speed propeller on the top by the strut. Got my yoke. Got my little I can't remember what that's called, but it's like a fuel bubble or something like that. Where I don't remember what it's called. It's a bunch of planes over there. But looks like I don't know, it looks like we're heading towards the objective. Just making sure they're triplanes. See, they did a really good job of modeling. And I'm assuming that they did a really good job with all the planes. I only have about maybe 10 planes. But this campaign is about the 8th Naval Air Squadron. So, yeah, see how you can charge the handles? I think that's how you unjam it, but I don't know. But the career will progress over time through the days. And then wait, what do we got? We got a D3 coming in. Albatross D3. Okay. Ooh, it's Oliver Voigt. I'm shooting him. I think I got a few hits on him. Oliver. Okay, we're all over him now. Notice how we turned around and he's still trying to turn. I don't know where our bullets are going. Okay. I think I missed him. Don't shoot me, guys. Okay. I'm on him. Crosshairs on him. Go. He didn't need that wing. Or that one. Ah, there he goes. I like to watch him go in just in case. Whoop, we got more enemy over here on the left. Okay, so we got to turn in on them before they take care of our triplane buddies. It's another D3. Okay, so the Albatross D3. I think they call this Bloody April, and the reason why is because the D3. When the D3 was revealed or released into the air, it pretty much was dominant against the French and the British because they didn't really have anything that could handle the D3 except for Mr. Everything in his triplane. Christopher Lawrence. No, Christoph. Not Christopher. Christoph Lawrence. And he's a turner. He's trying not to get killed. Or shoot right under him just to scare him. Maybe we can knock his wheels off. A couple of tail hits, I think. Whoa. I don't know how much to lead him. Because you know, there's no like arcade lead pips on this. Well, you can turn that on actually. That's an option in the game where you can have what they call aiming assist or something like that is what they call it. Oh, wait, boom, got him. And I turned it off because I didn't want that. And he's going to hit the ground right about there. Poof. Alrighty. Alright, so we're going to continue on with the campaign. Where was I talking about? I was talking about the triplane and how much better it is. No. Oh, the campaign. Yeah, the 8th Naval Air Squadron. As the days progress, the planes will change. You know, the squadrons will change. The planes will change. And the reason why I picked this squadron, because, I don't know. Let me back up. I had this urge to play a Sopwith Camel. I said, man, I really want to play a Sopwith Camel. But then I thought about it, and I said, you know what? I don't want to start in a squadron with Sopwith Camels. I want to pick a squadron that has a plane and then changes to Sopwith Camels when the Camels come out. So I looked, and I found that the 8th Naval Air Squadron got Camels later in the war, but they had the triplane now. And I was like, that's sweet. Triplane, then Camels. Now, you can only pick a squadron that you own the planes for, okay? Because like when you download the game for free, you get 3 planes. Okay, you get a French plane, a British plane, and a German plane. And I think it's the Newport, I think you get a Newport 28, I think, a SPAD 13, and I think you get an Albatross, I think. And I can't remember. But once you get those planes, you can play in any of the campaigns, right? Because you've got a plane from every campaign. But if you want to play the triplane, you got to go out and buy the triplane. It's actually cost $5. Most of the planes cost $5. So you go out and you pick up the plane, then you can fly the campaign. I already own the Camel. I own the SC-5A, the Camel, of course the SPAD 13, but I said, you know, I want to play this campaign from the beginning. I don't own the triplane, so I went ahead and bought the triplane. So now that you could not join this kit, or you couldn't play this campaign unless you own the triplane. And this campaign, every squadron has their own campaign basically. So, and they have like 20 plus squadrons per side. So just imagine this. There's about 2 years worth of flying, 3 years depending on when you start. So that's 365 times 3. We'll just call it 1,000, make math easy. Times 20, because there's 20 different squadrons. So you're looking at about 20,000 different missions you can go on. Different days, because you can fly a bomber. That's a whole nother group of types of missions that you would be flying. There are reconnaissance, observation, stuff like that. Because this is a fighter squadron, we've got escort missions where we escort observation planes, or we go balloon busting, or dogfight missions, patrol missions basically. We just hunt down planes. So there's a lot of variety. You just have to find your own variety basically. Yeah. So I really like that about Rise of Flight. You kind of pick your squadron, and then you progress in that squadron. You can earn rank. Once you earn rank in the squadron, you can okay. I haven't only played squadron mode or career mode a couple of times, and I didn't go very far. But my understanding is you can earn rank, and then as you earn rank, you can lead missions. And then maybe later you can write missions, and we'll see if that's the case, like when you become a squadron leader. But right now I'm just a guy in the squadron. I'm just a flight sergeant. I think I'm a noble. You know what I mean? All right, well, we're getting ready to land. You don't need to watch every little plane land on the airfield and blah, blah. So I'm going to cut past all this. And then we'll jump into the next mission. All right, we got some Hotchkiss AA. Kind of like our little airfield there. Okay, that went by super quick, but this looks like it's going to be a combat patrol. Looking around. Pursue and destroy any hostile aircraft that you see along the patrol route. So basically they're saying be aggressive. So I'm autopilot ×4. Yeah. You're going to watch me take off, and then we're going to move on to the objective. All right, we're in the air. And that's another thing. When we're flying autopilot, I mean not autopilot, when we accelerate time, sound goes away. You're not going to hear anything. When I accelerate to ×4, it cuts the engine sounds. All right, it looks like we're diving down on a balloon, an AE type balloon. I'm going after it. Perfectly lined up. But so is everybody else, and we're all going to like crash. My throttle's too high. It's on fire. And that's all you need. Once it goes on fire, that's it. Because they are helium. They're not helium, they're hydrogen balloons. Wait, helium? Hydrogen. I think they're hydrogen balloons. Helium balloons? They're not hot air balloons. They're something else. And yeah, really, you can't get this thing to stay steady. Now, I've been lucky. I've dove down a number of times like that, and the airspeed got so bad that I expected my wings to tear or rip, but I've been lucky. It's not happened. That was artillery. Alright, so I've gained some altitude, regained my friends, and now there's another balloon. So I figured, okay, let's do it. Wait, where is it? I can't see it. There's a cloud. So I give up. I'm waiting for the German crew to pull it down below the cloud, because you know they are. It's lowering. There you go. It's below the cloud. I should be able to get it now. What? I'm the worst shot ever. Yeah, the Draken is the balloon that I made. I only made it two-dimensional, though. I used a little foam board and stuff. Everything else in the game was three-dimensional except for the balloons. And the blimp. No, actually, hold on, wait a second. The Zeppelin was actually three-dimensional. Yeah, I made that out of balsa wood and canvas. It was pretty cool. Toilet paper, actually. Tissue paper. On fire, sucker. Okay. We're not out here to... We're not really out here to go after balloons. We're out here to go after... Wow, that's loud. I guess that's the end of the video. So, thanks for coming out and checking out this. I think it's our 5th day of career. So I'm already in the process of filming the 6th video. So I guess I'll see you in the air over France.